The Amanda Seales interview with Shannon Sharpe was difficult to watch for many reasons, but I do want to play one clip that I think was particularly frustrating for me as I was watching it, and I think it's important to watch in its full context before we discuss further.
My experience.
But I'm saying, see, you take it as if I don't agree with you, I'm being combative.
No, I don't. I take it as if I have an experience and you're telling me that my experience isn't what it is.
No,
You're telling me that my thinking somebody is racist who I was in a classroom with for a year that you have never met. You are emitting doubt upon that because of your own experiences.
No, I was talking about the teacher and you.
Right.
And I said
in your
I believe based on my experience, and a lot of people is that kids correct an adult,
right,
no matter what society it is frowned upon. That's what I was saying.
Okay.
You took it as that I'm trying to minimize your experience and say, well, I'm defending her when I wasn't.
Okay. I think there's something worth saying that could come off that way, and it should be something to consider.
Well, see, again, you're going to consider it your way because you see things, like you said, you see things through your prism. Okay.
I think it's fascinating to watch you accuse me of doing the thing that you're doing.
No,
fascinating.
I think it's
fascinating.
This is your interview, so I won't interject what but anyway, your mom is white.
My mother is not white.
Is your
Why
mom?
do people keep saying my mother is white?
She's West Indian, so
she is a black woman from Grenada, which is a black island.
She married a white man.
No, she did not.
You say you started.
Earlier in the interview, Amanda was talking about her experience with racism when she was a child. Her teacher was racist towards her. And she also talked to Shannon Sharpe and told Shannon Sharpe that she is an expert. She has her master's in African-American studies. I hope I'm saying that correctly, Amanda, if you see this, please don't come for me. But she has her master's in African-American studies. So she was saying, when I talk about racism, when I talk about race and how I look at race, it's through a different lens. And I want you to look at me as an expert. I'm someone who is an expert in this field. Shannon Sharpe, by contrast, was saying earlier in the video, well, no, maybe the teacher wasn't being racist. Maybe the teacher just didn't like that you were correcting her because you are a child and the teacher was an adult. And adults don't like children correcting them. This was really hard to watch because later on, Amanda said, well, please don't be combative when I'm telling you my opinions. And he said, I'm not being combative. I'm just telling you that I see it in a different viewpoint. But it wasn't just that. Like Amanda said, and she put it so eloquently, she said it sounds like, and it's combative when you are undermining my viewpoint, because immediately when I said that I felt racism, you immediately came back and said, well, it wasn't racism. You know, she's an adult. Maybe it was that, or when she said she was experiencing racism when she was called the N-word, he said, well, those kids were just being kids. Like they're I don't know that they're being racist. They're just being mean, bully kids, right? So she had these examples where she was talking about racism through her experience, something that she experienced, and her experience was almost immediately undermined by Shannon Sharpe, the interviewer. So when she said really aptly, it's interesting that you are accusing me of doing what you're doing. It's interesting that you are accusing me of being combative and not seeing things your way when that is what you have been doing to me. I mean, it's like he flipped it and reversed it, and we watched it in real time. And she was absolutely 100% correct. And he had done that even earlier in the interview where he said, well, you're not autistic just because your brain moves differently. And that's not what she said. She said she had a diagnosis for autism. She didn't just say, my brain moves differently, so I'm autistic. So the interview, yeah, it was difficult to watch. It was frustrating to watch. And a lot of people felt seen and heard because you could see Amanda Seales, her points being undermined, her experience being undermined in real time. And a lot of people experience that, but don't have the right words. You might not be as eloquent as Amanda Seales. We might not be as quick on our feet as Amanda Seales. And so people make us feel like we're not seeing what we're seeing. And it was really great to see how Amanda Seales reacted to that. I felt like she really gave a masterclass.